Well, of course, the big news of the week is always and continues to be Europe, even though we had other statistics that were pretty important. Greece is still, it looks like Greece is going to leave the EU. And it's more and more becoming difficult or more difficult for them to say they want to stay with the euro. At the same time, their politics are such that the politicians are going to not want to do anything the IMF and the ECB have agreed to do. In other words, they've agreed to implement these austerity programs, and Greece doesn't want to do it. Well, if you don't implement the austerity programs, we're not going to give you the money that we agreed to give you the money. And so they have this battle going on, and I can't see Greece winning. I can't see them winning, um, especially with the politics that are there. I see them leaving the euro, and that's going to be messy. But I believe that the market and everybody else around the world are expecting it. We're getting used to that idea. The market was kind of choppy this week, but it wasn't really severely down. We've had about an 8% correction, but it doesn't look like there's no panicking. There's no, oh my God, the sky is falling, nothing like that. And then here in the United States, we had some pretty good economic news this week. Um, Housing sales in particular, existing housing sales and new home construction sales numbers came in. The existing housing sales were up 3.4%, with the price going up, the median price going up a little over 10%. It's a huge bump up in price in 1 month, I think. And this is for April. And the new home sales was up 3.3%, and inventories coming down. Those are really pretty clear signs that the housing market at least is on the mend to some degree. And we've been seeing evidence, and I've been talking about evidence that it looks like it's flattening out the last couple of months. And now here we see a little bit increase. Now, don't think it's going to be just a clear sailing that the sales are going to keep going up and prices are going to keep up. No, we'll have a bumpy road, but the turn is definitely in, which is a positive thing. Um, and another little positive note here is that sales of existing homes, 37% a year ago, 37% were for the sales were for foreclosed homes. Now it's 28%. That's about a 9-10% reduction. It's still pretty high. The housing market is not solved. I'm not trying to pretend that. I'm just saying it looks like it's definitely improving. Jobless claims went down a couple thousand this week. Durable goods came in up when the expectation was for it to be down. Remember, it was down about, 3.7% last month. And now this month it's up 0.2%. Okay, 0.2% is pretty small. Durable goods is kind of important. Those are those items that last 3 years or longer and kind of give you the health of the industrial part of our economy. But it's definitely a sign of picking up. We are seeing signs of our economy picking up. So we have to look elsewhere to see what the rest of the world is doing. Europe, still pretty ill. They are showing some willingness now to talk about a stimulus package, and that's what they really need, some kind of stimulus package instead of just austerity. China this week reduced its reserve requirements for its banks again and announced they're going to step up infrastructure spending now, not to the end of the year, now, because China wants to spur their growth again. They're going to grow only about 8% or so, 7.5%, 8%. And they want to get that back up to 8.5%, 9%, maybe 10. Historically, for the last 10, 15 years, it's been 10% per year. And China is a country where if they want to spur growth, they just spend money because they got lots of it. And surprisingly, Japan was strong for the first time, strong GDP numbers. I don't know if that's going to last, though, but they were surprisingly strong, probably because all the stimulus they put in because of the earthquake and tidal wave last year. All that problem, they're spending money to clean it up and fix it, and all that spending, of course, makes you have some temporary growth. And that stimulus will probably end by the end of the year, so I'm not too excited about that. Europe, 10 out of the 17 EU countries, 9 or 10 of them are in recession. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I don't think it's going to affect us. So just stay with the market. I think we need to stay with the market. Buy it on dips. We have an 8% correction. May go to 10%. That's a good place to start buying.
The Invest Talk Update is a monthly briefing that gives you a snapshot of the past month's market, along with other useful perspective and information. You'll see important articles like Protecting Your Investments Against Scam Artists, excerpts from Steve's book, links to the month's Invest Talk talking points, plus news of upcoming Invest Talk events in your area. And it comes free each month to your email box. To get your subscription, just go to investtalk.com and click on the icon at the top of the page.